Greetings everyone, and Grade here from another Cup Heroes 1 replay. Small on bottom left side as the Panzer Elite Forces got Nero. Small on the top right side as the Orange USF, we got Gzf88, I think. I have no idea what that stands for. Gzf88. Really means the Flak 88s. That's, or it could be the number of keys in the piano, because the piano has 88 keys. There's also 88 stars in the consolidation. Oh, 88 consolation. So there's a large number of things what 88 could stand for. But my guess is Flak 88. I do have now the barracks now going on up. HQ going for a third engineer opener. Looks like got just a Panzer Grenadier opener. Nice and standard. G43 on the way on this squad. We do have the engineers, of course, capture this munitions sector. Not big surprise. Kaliningrad heading down to the road, down the road. Panzer Grenadiers are following. This is going straight for this fuel sector. Engineers taking their time to the munitions sector there. I find jogging is not fast enough for me. Another Kaliningrad actually deployed in the field, so I got a double Kaliningrad now. No doctrine selected just yet. This map always feels like a good map for short-barreled Panzer IVs, so hopefully we'll see a short-barreled Panzer IV. Engineers captured this mission sector, though I suppose short-barreled Panzer IVs are probably a little bit better versus Brits, since they have to tend to rely on more on the Piats, and the armor skirts of the short-barreled Panzer IV resist damage by reduces damage received by 50% or 66%. I always forget. Either way, I think it does 50%, which is quite a bit. Means it gets double health versus Piats, which would be generally countered, and I think short-barrel Panzer IVs generally counter the Stuart as well, so. Short-barrel Panzer IV is definitely an anti-brick tool, in my opinion. Rifle squad heading down here. Panzer Grenadiers inside this garrison. Does capture the field sector. One window on the side, not a great garrison to fight from, but it's a garrison to fight from. Kaliningrad moving around. It looks like he's a little like a doctrine now. Looks like we have Tank Hunter selected. That looks like a repair kit to me. I don't see the piles of C4 there. And if it was Luftwaffe ground forces, we wouldn't be able to see it because of the camouflage pattern. Engineers inside the garrison, Panzer Grenadiers firing away. They could simply just back off a little bit farther to resist more damage. Kaliningrad does not take any pens just yet. Up here, engineers. Kaliningrad knocking them around, just be annoying. Panzer Grenadiers pushing the way forward. If they just move the way forward towards the edge of the fence, they'll be just fine. Engineers do fall back. Kaliningrad has taken some damage. You can simply drive to the Panzer Grenadiers to get a bit of repair. Rifle squad slowly being picked apart, so it looks like it's a pretty even match overall. We do have now this other rifle squad here that gets out of the garrison to get his all three weapons to bear. He actually suppresses down the rifleman. Though I think this guy is getting hit by one member. Does pin him down, gets back in the garrison. May have maintained suppression with this window here. This rifle squad does get out of the garrison, start engaging. This Panzer Grenadiers needs to start hitting the rifle squad. He's trying to get behind the heavy car to avoid damage here, while getting close, nice and close to this Panzer Grenadier. But the flinch action's pushing them around. I really hate how the flinch action. That's the reason why in Cup Heroes 2 they got rid of the flinch action in multiplayer. You can still see in the Soviet campaign. But that flinch action has always been a pain in the butt in Cup Heroes 2 at least. Because I remember so many times where shock troops just sort of spends their time dancing around not doing the damage. Howdy. Happy Thanksgiving if you are celebrate the holiday. Of course, it's definitely an American holiday. Rifle squad does take a bit of damage there. Flame engineers like their sauerkraut, extra crispy. Flame engineers push forward. G4 squad start engaging, getting immolated there. It does force him back. Oh, early incendiary grenade. He has gone for Tank Hunter as the doctrine that can best utilize incendiary grenades because there's not any real big munition sink. Early defensive operations, of course, researched. Though I also think that the munitions half track is a good unit to summon as Tank Hunter as well, just so you can spend ammunition through landmines, as well as Goliaths. Sorry to hear that. I hear you guys got a lot of gloomy weather. My old man, my father, was stationed for England time frame. I think he said it was like one of the wettest years they ever recorded in England. Though, strangely enough, where I live, we actually get more rainfall than England. It's just that we also get more sunlight. We get more snow, more rain, and more sunlight. More heat and more cold as well. Sort of like how Greenland is more north, south, east, and west of Iceland. We do now have the rival squad getting hit by 2 squads, but we will neutralize this cutoff sector. Very nice. As before, Kennegrad is going to try to push them out of cover. Incendiary grenade dissuades them, and looks like the Kennegrad will be catching up the strategic point. Get a bit of repairs there. Yep, it's slowly, and you just get constant cloudy weather. I think my dad said when he was in England, he's had only 3 days of sunlight for the entire year. It was apparently a particularly gloomy year. It was, what was it? He said 82? No, I can't remember what year he said he was in England when he was stationed there. A rifle squad straight forward. I think he was already out of the Air Force in 82, so maybe in 77? I'm not my dad. And I'm not your dad either. A rifle squad moving around. You have this. Flaming Cheers capture that fuel sector. VP here. New sector being captured up. Always a dreary drizzle. Here, England gets as much sunlight as the Nordic countries. In other words, very little. Like, they rank one of the highest of low lack of sunlight. Another 2-2 now on the field. Flame Engineers advancing, immolating the Panzer Grenadier. Does take some damage there. Doesn't drop any models though. Gonna need to push down south, hit that rifleman. With the Gzf88 squad, he may be able to use the suppressive fire ability there to win.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Does suppress the rifleman there. I thought he was using that ability. He immediately canceled it to keep him firing normally as well, because you don't see the constant effect. Or maybe he crawled out of range. And the rifle squad does fall back. Since he retreated back immediately, he may not have access to sticky bombs just yet. But he's probably pretty close. Not at the moment. We do have the motor pool now being deployed in the field. He may aim for an AT gun or a Greyhound. Quad half track is also perfectly fine, though this map is probably less likely to be useful for a quad half track, more likely to be a Greyhound map. We haven't seen what doctrine the US players gone for. Panzer tracks, Panzer Support Command, hopefully see short barrel Panzer IVs. Resolve all the structures available for the Panthers. Just need to get the research going. I don't think he has more to research. Want to fly ATF track? That's quite understandable.
Send your mission orders. Anti-tank telemines.
Sorry, I love ragdoll physics. And telemines are now available. Regular landmine trying to be deployed out there does get cancelled, of course. And the fact he built with the engineer and not the rifle squad suggests to me he has not gone for infantry yet, but doesn't necessarily mean he'll not go for it. Double flame engineers here. Panzer grenades immediately fall back. I guess they can't take the heat. No, seriously, who can take that heat? 2 flamethrowers. We do have another Greyhound deployed in the field. Hopefully the armor skirts is the first upgrade. Armor skirts, yep, we got armor skirts now complete. Armor skirts is a mandatory upgrade. The Pinto mount is an optional upgrade.
Ready to execute orders.
Nothing at the moment there. Oh, we got a forward HQ. That's what's going. And we've got a teller mine here as well. If you can't tell, mine. That was a horrible one.
Americans are seizing territory.
We do have
from
another
us.
landmine being pulled out of there. He's declaring that land as mine. Yeah, I'm not going to stop with that joke. We have the Greyhound push way forward, 2-2 receiving some repairs. Forward HQ now complete. This guy needs a bit of repairs, or heals. His flesh needs mending. Though I would assume that the health bar is a sign of blood content, because units don't necessarily move slower in this game. They take damage, or not at all. Well, some vehicles do. So it's just me, they don't take muscle damage. It has to be blood quality that determines or how much blood they have in bodies in order to represent health. Never. Greyhound straight forward. Kaliningrad trying to decapture the point. Panzer grenadiers looks like they're not upgrade with AT grenades. Let's just say nobody ever goes for that upgrade. If it was a tracking ability, that would make the ability actually usable. You know, probably actually people start getting it. But since it doesn't track, it's really not useful. Rock Squad taking some damage there. Of course, this is Tank Hunter, which means you eventually get ×2 Panther Strike, as well as eventually ×2 AT Grenade. Mortar, half track, running a little bit short. That's probably looks to just auto attack at the moment. Light half track pursuing the Greyhound. Oh, gets a mobilization shot there. I didn't think he had that ability activated. Take a shot there, sends a shot. Engineers are injured here. AT gun connecting, so this Greyhound should be safe. He's not paying close enough attention. Damage injured crit there. AT gun is pursuing. The light half track's wounded enough to, gets gunned down by 30-6. And does get interrupted with out of control, so now gotta rotate slowly, then move forward, then explodes. I don't know why, that death animation seems a little bit too comedic for me.
Ready to move out. Top here. Squad ready for orders.
Does take out the carcass there. Looks like they did lose one of the Kaliningrad somewhere. I'm not sure where you lost it. You had two, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had two. Mortar will be quite useful blocking on this bridgehead. Maybe this barrage in this general area to help hit anything that's advancing. Does flinch this guy back pretty far. If it's one here, light half track now deployed in the field as well. Again, Greyhound here. He does have a Panzer Shrek here. This one's not being upgraded. Oh, he got double damage engine crit there from the mortars, which means he has one stack of permanent engine crit. If I remember correctly, people explained to me there's a bug where the engine crits do stack, and they are not, and only one gets repaired. So this may be a permanent engine crit now on this guy here.
Ready for instructions.
Kaliningrad wounded here. Munition sector is neutral, so once you capture that fuel sector, will not be in supply. Let's just keep an eye on the movement of the Greyhound. Yep, that seems a bit sluggish to me, though then again, it's not exactly moving straight. Yeah, that feels pretty sluggish to me. Of course, it's not moving for very long, so it's hard to tell. That may be just me overthinking it, but I think it does look like it's moving a little bit sluggish. We do now have the sniper deployed in the field. Mortars completely deployed in the field. Mortar half-track 2-2, Panzer Grenadiers in good numbers, light half-track in a good position there to both hit infantry and vehicles.
Territory.
Does hit this guy here. If he has vision in this area, which he may or may not. Yes, he does. He could cast a mortar barrage there. Yeah, it does feel the Greyhound sluggish. Or snailish. Depends which invertebrate you prefer. Light half-track engaging. Good shots in light half-track, needs to fall back. He's about getting annihilated. He has city grenades. He may want to go for a city grenade there. Finds that landmine. He got lucky. The Panzer Grenadiers did not find it. AT gun does get decrewed. And damage to crit there from the incendiary mortar. Light half-track trying to engage and melee range to the 2-2. Stick bomb there. Yeah, Panzer Lead player shouldn't have been fighting around this hedge line there. The lobbing mortars would have been the best cause since they're pretty congested there. Sniper now made itself known for 3 kills there. Panzer rolls and misses. Rolls and miss there. 2-2 is probably even vulnerable to the coaxial. The coaxial does take out the 2-2. But the Tellermine does find the Greyhound. We do now have heads deployed in the field. Oh, Kengrad went down here. Best use of Burgundy to get that recovered. He doesn't realize it's still there. Though perhaps running down the sniper is a good call. This Greyhound does... Oh, we got allied field repair from the US player. And he missed out of picking off that Greyhound. It's now fully repaired. I do wonder if it got damaged and repaired again. Did the secondary engine crit get repaired along with it? Guess we'll find out soon enough. I think maybe the second engine crit got repaired since it got damaged and then repaired again. It may have actually removed that secondary engine crit because it feels like a bit more mobile now. Though maybe overthinking it. Light cap track straight forward. Sniper may have hit the Hetzer. Henschel rolls a miss there. Destroyed engine crit. And now fully immobilized. Panzer trying to gauge in melee. Got some good hits there. Manga destroyed crit there. Another damage crit. And now got a death crit.
We are losing ground.
Well, while he didn't capitalize on the Tellermine, he at least got it picked off. And since his opponent did spend a allied field repair onto that, he did spend 150 missions to have it die shortly later. Double AT gun here, very nice. This one has been resecured.
Send your mission orders. Work done, sir.
Does destroy the carcass there. It's a good hit there.
We have eliminated the enemy once more.
Engineer went down, looks like. US player, so there's a sniper in the field, 2 rifle squad, 2 engineers, another rifle squad down there, so there's a good force in the field.
Losing a munitions depot to the enemy.
This AT gun's crew is almost knocked out. That AT gun's crew got knocked out. Taking shots against the AT gun, but looks like it will be secured. Engineers falling on back. Rifle squad sort of dancing around right there. He looks like he was trying to pick it up. Does pick it up there. Does get it bounced on the 8th Hetzer. He's there trying to get some repairs there. Good damage from the Hetzer. Hetzer's probably going down. Next volley should take him out. Gets a good hit there before falling back. Manga was short of crit there, so got lucky with that crit rather than death crit.
Once again.
We have captured the objective. Task complete. Your orders, sir?
Edson needs to keep on falling back.
Panzer at the ready. We are under fire! Confirm readiness. We
Our squad pushed forward, maybe trying to get a sticky bomb off on the Hetzer. Immediately gets pressed down. He used the press and fire ability there to stop the rifle squad from charging forward. Very nice.
Ready for instructions. Yeah.
Panzer support command now upgraded, so we can get out short-barreled Panzer IVs. He's going for Panther activation, which I believe he does not need. I think he should go for short-barreled Panzer IVs. He has a Panzer truck, he has a Hetzer. He's not fighting against any armor. I don't know if he saw the Allied field repairs was yet. Well, he is going for tank depot. But he may not realize he's fighting against armor just yet. I don't think there's anything that actually revealed to him that it did. He may have an idea, but I don't think there was anything that gave it away.
The enemy remains
Landmine
strong
there.
with 300 points.
US sniper firing away.
Task complete.
Looks like
The
some of these
Yankees
trees are starting to go on down.
territory.
Panthers are now able to be called on in. Does get a good shot there. He's maintaining good consumption of munitions, going for Tank Hunter. The light AT attracts a good unit to sink munitions into. Takes out the rifle squad entirely. His AT gun is quite damaged due to pushing forward defense deficiency. AT gun trying to rotate around onto him. Gets a direct hit there on the 2-2. Does take a hit there from the AT gun. His AT gun sliding up a shot there. Sticky bomb does 2-2. Likely will take it out with it. Does explode there. Incendiary mortar gets a direct hit, immolating the AT gun. And now got two AT guns here. Maybe a good idea for the Hetzer to start shooting the AT guns. Though he does see the Hellcat there, he can probably grab one. He's going to have to grab it. He's going to probably use the unupgraded squad there. He doesn't have any efficiency or upgrades. Hetzer rolled to miss the Hellcat still at full health. Bounce there from the light half-track. Mortar half-track under fire. Panzer going to just getting immolated. Hetzer still has plenty of health. There's another pen there.
The enemy has destroyed one of the trunk of his vehicle.
Good hit there onto the Panzer Grenadiers. Good shot there onto the Hellcat. Hetzer does go down, gets distracted by the engineers. Mortar half-track falling him back. I don't see any teller mines over here. Now got a pair of Panthers. His Panzer Grenadier is going to be a bit of time to get reinforced. He spent all of his manpower on those Panthers. Mortar half-track is likely going to be going down as well. Mortar half-track has gone down. Though it took like a bit more damage than I expected. Thought I had some help to deal with the engineers. Guess not. Maybe in the AT gun up here. Two light vehicle kills. Kaliningrad does get a choice, can no longer be recovered by a Orkantiga. AT gun itself is almost destroyed. Destroys the AT gun there. Going for this AT gun as well. It's nearly outdone for. That shot looks like it took forever to fall down from the edge of his gun. It's like charge getting decaptured. Oh, it's like the old cartoons where the cannonball of a cannon just slowly rolls up to the end of the gun. Sort of reminds me of that.
Losing a munitions depot to the enemy. We are losing territory.
Taking fire.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply. One of our sectors has been
Our
cut
squad
off.
does fall back there. Hellcat moving around.
This is Panzer.
Good pen there and there. Gets a main gun destroyed to crit there.
Our comrades report the enemy has destroyed a vehicle.
Does receive a bounce there. Hellcat gets destroyed to crit there. Gets struck by engineers. Let's see sticky bomb there. Engineers make it crushed. Damaging crit there, of course. This other Panther can take time to pick off the AT gun. Well, can try to pick off the AT gun. Does take a bounce there. Our squad's trying to line up as another sticky bomb there.
Heavy Panzer ready. Com system in order.
Panther backing on off. This Panther, of course, has rear armor exposed, so I don't have to worry about sending bounces. They're going to stick bomb there. Does find a landmine there. Gets fully immobilized. Cannon grad tried. Nope, he lost the other cannon grad. There. Oh, those cannon grad went down here. Best use of Burger to get that recovered. So, and also Burger could help recover these Panthers that have already gone down. The short engine crit there. No death crit yet, but it's probably at 0 health at the moment. Rock Squad gets annihilated by the Panzer Grenadiers. These Panzer Grenadiers make its way to this Panther. And does explode there.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
Our squad does get suppressed.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Panzer taking fire. Heavy Panzer in combat.
The short engine crit. And does go down there. Knocked to the Flame Engineers. Flame Engineers do fall back. The Panzer League player is saving a decent amount of manpower. Is probably going for another pair of Panthers. Another Hellcat deployed in the field.
We have gained the ability to instruct the troops on tank awareness.
Nice little telemine there.
Orders. Build is finished.
I am not sure why the Hellcat was tasked over there. That may have been a misrally somehow. I have no idea why it went over there.
Captured the target. We are coming under fire.
Destroying the Panther carcass. There's 2 sniper. STG squad does fall back, and another pair of Panthers on the field. Flame Engineers free forward. Got a U.S. landmine next to the Talo landmine, and that may explode the Engineers.
Our munition stores are under attack.
It's getting interrupted by the carcass there.
The enemy is weakening even now.
Yep. Not only got the Engineers, it also got the Hellcat entirely. Panthers, of course, have no armored target there. Didn't necessarily need to deploy in the field. I would say a mortar hatch check would be nice, help deal with the AT guns from range. Does find that US landmine. And, of course, the AT guns right there as well.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
Good hits there. 1 rifleman model remaining. He's trying to go for sticky bomb. Or inside the garrison, I guess. A lot of those shots are just going limp and fall straight down.
Go ahead, sir.
Panther ready to break through. Panzer alert. We've been upgraded. Better barely needed. Don't fuck up.
Oh, something got kicked off there. Guess one of these panels. I think those are tread pieces. Oh. I love ragdolls. Every time I look around, something explodes. Flame engineers and AT guns pushing along the flank. We do have now the Hellcat push way forward. Good pen there. Panther is not exactly healthy. Neither is the Hellcat now. Sniper here was spotted earlier. Could be crushed. Hellcat does explode. Sniper is still alive. Panther is on fire. A real hot rod it is. You know, I'm so surprised Advanced Repair just now came about. You thought with Panthers on the field, we'd probably see that earlier. We do have the sniper now falling back, does get annihilated. And the 2-2 also goes down. Don't see any more telemines of region. Double bounce there. Hellcat straight forward. Looks like no, does get one hit there. Bounce there. Panzer Grenadiers getting pretty crushed. One more shot and that Panther's done for. One more shot, the Hellcat's done for. And this Panther, if it takes another volley, ooh, take one more last pen there. Even got Vector C1 before death. Does decrew both those AT guns. Rifle squad does fall back.
Order, wait to command, sir. This is Panther Panzer.
Panthers are currently shooting the AT guns. Hellcat decides to sneak around right there. Of course, immediately gets spotted.
The unique Panther can now be called to remote locations.
Panther can now be summoned. It'd probably be a little bit more economical than going for another pair of Panthers. He's doing a great job of constantly taking out the PE tanks. Yep. But right now, the US player is lacking other supporting units. Has one rifle squad, one Hellcat. The US player is missing assets. The longer the game goes on, the better the Panzer player will be off. Though the Panzer player does not the captain's favor. The short and crit on that Hellcat. Mortar half-track does take a hit there. The main gun short crit there. Game changer crit there. Let's take a look at the US player, see what he has. 9 command points and allied field repair. He has enough command points for what's it called? Fresh 2-2 on the field. Has enough command points for the Pershing, just needs a lot more manpower. Probably one reason why he's not going for it. And the Panther does go down there, just leaving the Hellcat. Let's try and take out the mortar half-track next. Both players have pretty much nothing. Spire has no level upgrades, which is probably fine because he's lacking rifleman and upkeep. Another Hellcat deployed in the field. The Panzer player, of course, has I think he's saving up for something. He can deploy the Panther. He's also not taking time to reinforce some of these Panzer Grenadiers. There's the Panther. This is not being reinforced just yet. The Panther has a pretty high upkeep, though. So a lot of debris being kicked around. Gets a pen there. Hellcat could try to squeeze him around, but as long as stop order command will help him out. Panther, Panther does engage in melee and won. Bounce there. That camouflage did nothing. Should have held fire. Holding fire would allow the Jagdpanther to pass, and then allows him to get to the rear armor. He could have ambushed the...
Ready to receive.
Let's see, what to call this? The angled cat with the fast cat. 2-2 does the exact same thing, giving the Jagdpanther enough breathing space. Great movement there by the 2-2. It really saved the Jagdpanther. Allied field repair now activated. Good shot there, but not enough to kill it, thanks to Allied field repair. Does take a pen. That is a US landmine there, which looks like the Panzer player would not be pursuing. He may be concerned about a landmine placement. 2-2 is taking some fire there. Not to mention there's another Hellcat here. This Hellcat is advancing its way forward. Does get a shot here. 2-2 push forward. Good surround, but having trouble with mobility, which is the Hellcat. It's supposed to be the mobility one. And we're chasing the plane ring around the rosy. One of the Panzer Grenadiers do get crushed. Engineers are injured here. Trying to go for this AT gun, looks like. If he throws the incendiary grenade atop the M1 AT gun, it may just outright destroy it due to how low the gun itself is. Light ATF track on the build queue. Try and get some fire support for it. Panther still in trouble. Maybe we could either save up some manpower to get a Hetzer rather than try to save up the Panther because he needs something immediately. Having trouble coming around to the flank. Main gun destroyed the crit there, got lucky there. Damage to crit there on the Jagdpanther. Does not get the kill there. Jagdpanther should start focusing on this one. The other one's neutralized at the moment. Don't worry about securing the kill. Worry about staying alive. Does get that one completed up. Does have a fresh one right here. Which does get hit by the fire shot against Panzer Grenadiers. Good pen there. 2-2 does a good job of blocking the move of the Hellcat. Very nice. Trying to draw fire there. Great 2-2 movement there. And does get it wounded. He needs to fall back that one.
Under fire, say again.
Let's see. Panzer player, he needs some support units. He does have light TF track on the field now. He got... With the amount of munitions he has, he could make use of a munitions half-track to go around, quickly lay down some landmines and Goliaths. Wait, what structure was the munitions half-track again? I forget. It was in logistics or Camp Groove Company? I think it was in logistics, wasn't it? I can't remember right now.
Jagdpanther ready for message.
Number of carcasses on the field, but looks like all of them US carcasses. Taking time to destroy the AT gun. Panzer Grenadier on the field. Going for Panzer Truck. He may have times 2 Panzer Truck. He has not companion mode selected. So in Jagdpanther's one side. No Panzer Truck is the bottom of the other side. So he doesn't have times 2 Panzer Truck yet, does he? And I don't know how much he needs more. US player has 10 command points. You can almost get everything now. A little bit. Hellcat straight forward. Got allied field repair there. Main destroyed crit there. Destroyed injured crit there. Dead 2-2 there. Falls back. Falls back there. Panzer engaging. More hits. Main gun destroyed crit there. Does take out the unit there. Hellcat's on the fall back. This one has no crits at the moment. This one's dancing around a little bit. Panther in pursuit of the Hellcat. Does take a bounce there. Got distracted by the engineers, and the round decides to just hover there. Panzer Grenadiers now push the way forward. These guys need some repairs.
Crew, ready for orders. Hellcat, reading you.
M1 AT gun now deployed in the field.
Repairs complete, sir.
Nothing being queued on up. Not enough repairs for Allied war machine, let alone for field repairs. Let's see. Panzer player has going for another 2-2. Panzer player does have the captain's favor. US player's down 115 and counting down. Yeah, it's been a very good fight there. Telemine's definitely a good call. Like I said, he had munitions to spend, so you use it. This guy's supposed to push a 45 munition Telemine as well. Does cancel there. See the refund. Gets inside the HQ. He may want to go for another forward HQ.
Standing by. We are ready for...
Light ATF track here.
Yeah, Panther standing by. Enemy armor has engaged us.
Destroyed engine crit there. Light ATF track does go down. Does probably go try to trade it for a Hellcat. Trying to go for a field repair there. Mega
The enemy has near 100 points.
does take a pen there. Does go down. Gets Veterancy 1. I don't know what Veterancy he will go for. Goes for defense for extra durability. Panzer 4. Panzer Grenadiers as well. It comes slowly backing off.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
AT gun does go down. Wait. Telemine still there, looks like. And something getting kicked off in the air. Sniper firing away. Panzer Grenadier here needs to fall back. Does take a pen there. Sends a pen, of course.
Eliminated the enemy once
2-2
more.
does wipe up the squad up there. Still those Telemines.
Ready to receive.
That is a US landmine. Telemine here, a little bit off the roads. It's not like the Hellcat traverse over it, more like a go right there. Sniper Troy 4, 2-2 is now going to be hunting him down.
An enemy unit has
Quickly
fallen.
takes him out there, spots the Hellcat, needs to get on out of there. You see the miss there. Hellcat's a little bit wounded at the moment. Double capture in favor of the Panzer player, going for a triple capture now. US players lost quite a bit. Whoops, that's Fog of War. Which was the US player? Not a whole lot at the moment. No supply yard upgrades. Could go for another Hellcat. He's having trouble with the Yag Panther. He could try ignoring it. Or the US player just backs the game now. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.